From the Millersville University Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Elliott here with a short-term forecast and video discussion issued on Wednesday, May 21st. One stark contrast to the dry and cool but still rather pleasant conditions that we experienced yesterday. The rest of the week leading up to Memorial Day weekend is going to be cloudy, cold, nasty, damp, dreary, and just downright miserable out there as yet another slow-moving storm system essentially stalls out over the mid-Atlantic states and eastern Great Lakes region. So without further ado, let me jump right down into our daily climatology. I'm expecting a high of only 56 degrees today at Millersville University, and that's about 20 degrees below the normal high of 75. This morning's low was 54, which is actually pretty close to our normal low of 51, but as you can see there with the low of 54 and the high of 56, temperatures are essentially going to remain steady in the low to mid 50s this afternoon, so really nasty by late May standards. Today's record high was 96, set in 1934, with a record low of 34, set in 2002. As we take a look at the Skycam from the John Wright restaurant looking east across the Susquehanna River into Lancaster County, you do see a few raindrops on the Skycam. Most parts of the valley haven't received all that much rain just yet, 1 to 2 tenths of an inch or less, but I do expect steadier rain to move into the region late this afternoon and early this evening and continue through the overnight hours. But you could just see those low clouds out there and get used to that because they aren't going anywhere over the next 24 to 36 hours. As we take a look at the visible satellite imagery, you pretty much see the entire mid-Atlantic and northeastern United States are socked in with cloud cover, and you can kind of see east of the Appalachians there, those low clouds just really entrenched across the region due to that east-south to southeasterly flow off the Atlantic Ocean. And again, that's going to be very persistent through at least tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. So those low clouds aren't going anywhere. In fact, they may continue to lower and thicken over the next 12 to 24 hours. As we take a look at the current radar imagery, you see rain is rather light and intermittent across northern Maryland, southeastern PA, and the lower Susquehanna Valley right now. You don't even see that much over southwestern PA, West Virginia, or eastern Ohio, but you do notice a band of some heavier showers and some thunderstorms beginning to erupt in central Ohio. That's going to expand as we go throughout the afternoon hours, and that will ultimately impact our region late this afternoon and through this evening. I'm not expecting any thunder because the atmosphere is very stable due to those low clouds and easterly flow off the Atlantic, but those thunderstorms are essentially just going to merge and fall apart into an area of just steady soaking rain this evening. So as we take a look at the European model for 8 p.m. this evening, you see exactly that. You see some heavier showers and thunderstorms west of the Appalachians, but again, once those move east of the mountains, they are going to lose their intensity and just morph into that area of steady, moderate rain. I do expect most of that to occur between 6 p.m. this evening and midnight, and then after that, rain will become more intermittent late tonight and throughout the daylight hours tomorrow. There could be a few convective showers, especially west of I-83 and Route 11 tomorrow afternoon. But again, I think tomorrow is generally just a cloudy, damp, dreary, and cool day out there with periods of light rain and drizzle. Temperatures will be stuck in the 50s or about 20 degrees below normal yet again tomorrow. So keep an umbrella handy over the next 24 to 36 hours. You're going to need a jacket and rain gear too, especially with the southeasterly breeze of 10 to 20 miles per hour today. It feels really nasty outside, and temperatures actually feel like they're in the 40s. So again, just hunker down and stay inside if possible. Use caution on the wet roadways. I don't anticipate any stream or river flooding out of this. 6-hour flash flood guidance values are still between 2 and 3 inches across the region. We're going to receive about 3/4 to 1/2 of an inch of rain, or 3/4 to 1.5 inches of rain over the next 24 to 36 hours. So that won't be enough to cause widespread flooding, but you'll still need to be alert for some standing water on roadways and flooding of low-lying urban and poor drainage areas. As we move into Friday, it's still going to be chilly, but I do think we'll at least see some improvements in the weather. The storm system finally lifts northeastward along the eastern seaboard and reaches the Gulf of Maine by Friday afternoon. So the counterclockwise flow around that low means that winds are going to turn west to northwesterly again late Thursday night into Friday. So that will help scour out those low clouds. But we're still going to have a lot of cloud cover around on Friday. And with that pocket of chilly air aloft combined with a little bit of sunshine, that's going to destabilize the atmosphere again Friday afternoon. So you still will need to be alert for an afternoon shower or two. So again, don't put that umbrella away just yet on Friday. So again, as we take a look at total precip through the end of the week, just a general 3/4 to 1.5 inches of rain across the region. There could be some locally higher amounts, but Given the fact that we haven't seen that much rain this morning, I'm not as worried about those locally higher amounts anymore. Again, just seems like a widespread soaking rainfall. And overall, this is still going to be relatively beneficial because there are still some lingering pockets of moderate to severe drought across the lower Susquehanna Valley, but those should completely be wiped out after this week's soaking rainfall event. So as we take a look at the short-term forecast, cloudy and damp tonight with periods of rain and drizzle, low 50. Cloudy, cool, damp, and dreary on Thursday with periods of light rain and drizzle, high 58. Breezy and still quite cool on Friday with clouds, some sun, and an afternoon shower or two, high 64. Well, that'll do it for this edition of the short-term forecast. Tune back in next Wednesday for the latest edition. Until then, remember to keep that umbrella handy and take caution on the wet roadways. And because of how chilly it is, stay warm out there over the next couple days.